All right, so I was looking through Wikipedia, like in the 50s.
Right, first off, episode 2, baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Mert,
Scooch.
and I was thinking about NBA history. I was looking through Wikipedia. In the 50s, Lakers dominated. They just had the decade. 60s, Celtics had the dominated. 70s, it was like kind of back and forth, random teams, Warriors here, Sixers there, whatever. 80s, Laker dominant. 90s, Bulls dominant. Early 2000s, the Lakers. Mid 2000s, the Spurs. Then there was that LeBron era. Then the Warriors. Who is it now? Do we have a unique moment in the NBA where it's wide open?
I would say that it's not wide open right now because the Thunder are the new dynasty. They're young. They signed all their new young players, so they're not pissed off. Yeah, some making more than others, but they're fine. They're good.
Before we get into details, you're saying that in 20 years, we look back on 2025 to 2030 and we say that was the era of the Thunder.
Yeah, I think so. Because at first it was the Celtics.
But they were always capped. They were never going to be
Right.
like that. They
But
were never built like that.
right. And we saw it this year. Obviously
The
injuries,
Nuggets were never built like that.
whatever. Yeah,
They're good.
they're
They're not
good.
built like that.
They're not built like that. They have two chips though, right?
No,
One
just
chip.
one. Just one.
Um, yeah, so I would say it was open until this year.
All right, so Thunder, break it down.
Thunder. Young players, young talent, fucking what's his name? Chet. I always say he needs to gain a little bit more weight.
I'm sorry. He was tremendously overpaid. I get it. That's
Yeah,
the market now. But he's like,
but he's the young talent. He's the new young big man that the NBA
I
loves.
like his game. I'm not trying to be a Chet hater, but I mean, he's all right. He's good. He's a good player.
He's good. He's good. What's his name? Jalen
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah. Jalen Williams got the bag.
He's good. He's not even that good, honestly. He's good on
He
like
does well for them.
he's a
I
good
feel like
role.
he's kind of randomly sick.
He's a
Role
good role
player.
player. He's like OG on. He's like what OG should be,
Yeah,
and
I love
the
that.
Thunder is what the Knicks should be. But
That's a hell of a take right there.
Jalen Williams and what's his name? Obviously Shea, who I fucking hate, by the way.
We
Foul
talked
bait.
about last time we talked about Shavers, Anthony Edwards, so we're not going to rehash that. I'm not going to get into like who are the teams that are going to beat the Thunder, but I'll just say it generically, like the West has guns. Are they
Yeah.
going to be able to go year and I just don't see them like yeah, beating an ant year in year out.
All
Beating
right, you don't
a
see them.
Golden State. I could see Golden State having another year
No, they're
randomly. You
done.
think
They're
they're
done.
done?
They're done. Steph is gonna be Steph. Draymond is like
If
so
Steph
out of
didn't get hurt, low key, that they could have made that last year.
yeah, but they have no supporting like offense really for the
But
most
playoff
part.
Jimmy was not a thing. He's
No,
no longer
I
playoff
feel
Jimmy.
like he's
He's
done
no longer
too.
playoff Jimmy.
But yeah, Thunder for sure.
I hear you. One other team I'm going to jump out and just say before we get into, we'll talk NBA draft in a second. What do we think about the Rockets right now? Could the Rockets become a team that gives the Thunder real trouble?
Nah, wherever KD goes, it's shot. He's
That's
gonna
tough.
ruin.
Coming from you, that means a lot. Like you were at one point a KD guy.
He's
But
gonna ruin the team. He's ball dominant. He doesn't play any defense. Every team that he goes to, the net since Golden State, the Nets, Suns. I know he went to the finals with the Suns, right?
yeah,
But
it's the Bucks.
yeah, but they're shot. They got rid of Jalen Green, who's like okay, but he's pretty good. Didn't they?
I was surprised by that move, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Sengun. We'll see.
So I will say though, just before we again, we'll get in the draft in 1 second. Just general NBA, love where it's at right now. I feel like it's at a really exciting moment. Where I'm as someone as someone I will get your rebuttal in a second. I'm a college basketball guy way more than the NBA. So sometimes people will be like, oh, why are you such an NBA hater? Why are you an NBA hater? I feel like now it's more open. I hear you that the Thunder could be that team, but I think it's more open than it's been in most of our lifetime. Like it is kind of hard to like it's hard to bet the NBA right now. It's not like obvious what's going to happen. The East is wide the fuck open. And then, the Pacers made it a game 7. So like you could get there. Like if you are whoever that team out of the East is, like a Knicks, a Pistons, a Cavs, like one of these teams could absolutely become champs, and that I feel like makes it mad exciting.
Yeah, but like the Pistons, they got rid of Hardaway Jr., who was solid. I didn't they get rid of Schroeder, I'm pretty sure.
Did they? I'm gonna Google that right now.
And fucking Beasley, he's being investigated by the FBI for betting. So like they fell apart. Miles Turner's gone from the Pacers. I feel like they
Yeah,
kind of
Schroeder is gone. You're right.
yeah. And then
Free agent though. Someone should sign Schroeder.
who else? You just said from the East. The Cavs, they kind of imploded. Ty Jerome, he's gone. Um, not that he was like good, but just like team chemistry.
It would have to be like Donovan Mitchell would have to carry them in a playoff run.
Yeah, absolutely. And he can't do that. He can't do that. He's proved that he can't do it on Utah. He's proved that he can't do it on the Cavs. The East is
He's
wide.
fallen short in those big moments, I will say. I would say he can't do it. I'd say he has not yet done it.
He can't do it. I guarantee. And
All right, while we're being haters, I'm sorry, finish your thing.
we can go back when he wins the national when he wins the NBA championship. I hope he does because he's a 9-4 guy actually.
Helmsford.
Yeah, Helmsford.
And he played at Rucker.
So I hope he does win, but he don't got it.
All right, we'll get drafted in 1 second just because it is the news of the day. Recording here on July 17th. Damian Lillard, within the last several hours, signed a 3-year, $42 million contract with Portland. What's your initial reaction? One, and then I'll have a question.
Initial reaction is it's going to be like a welcome home party kind of thing. He's going to retire there. He's not going to do anything. They're not going to go anywhere.
So that's my question. Does this matter? Like, Dame is obviously one of the big names in the NBA. He's one of the guys that, like, ask a child, name 5 NBA players. Lillard will be one of their names. Everyone knows Dame time. Does it matter? Is he relevant right now?
No, he's done. He's 34, which is young as hell in the grand scheme of things, but
yeah, but NBA ain't no grand scheme of things.
He's done. And they just drafted or they have Shadion Sharp. He's good. He hasn't blossomed really to what I feel like he could be, but he's very good.
I was just thinking, like I said it before, this guy could not be a worse influence on Caleb Love. Like Caleb Love already has the problems of like Dame, and now Dame is just gonna exacerbate that shit out. Like Caleb Love needs to be around like a Chris Paul, like a Rajon Rondo. Like
yeah. Well, isn't Liam McNeely?
True.
That was their first round draft.
True.
Who's unbelievable, by the way. Cooper Flag teammate, 5-star athlete.
So Liam McNeely is not an example. He was a freshman last year.
Yeah.
NBA ready right away.
All Big East, all
yeah, it was D on the outline, but can we just bump it up here to start the NBA draft talk? Neely, not an example of what I'm about to say. These freshmen are going to the NBA too quickly.
Yeah.
I got names for you. The Zona guy, Bryant, not ready for the NBA. Watch him, raw talent as hell. The idea of him being ready for the A is a joke. Ace Bailey, not ready. Talented as shit. The sky's the limit for this thing. He could absolutely be an NBA superstar. I'm not saying he's not an NBA superstar. The idea that he's ready for that jump now, to me, I watched a lot of Rutgers because I bet on them a lot because they were fun to root for. I saw them let me down so many times, man. I'm telling you, Ace Bailey's not yet ready. What do you think?
No, I think he is. I think I also did bet on Rutgers.
That's a terrible play all year long.
It was
horrendous.
A little bit. They beat USC at home at the rack, which is crazy. But I really think I think Ace Bailey's really good. Really, really, really good.
Love the play.
I think what's his name? Devin Harper, the point guard. The freshman from Rutgers.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
He was the number 2 pick, went to the Spurs. I'm really excited for that, by the way.
Yeah, I liked Harper over Bailey. I like initially people said Bailey was the better recruit, and I always thought Harper was better, and now Harper went better. So
yeah, but Harper
was
more dominant on the ball at Rutgers, more of a scorer.
And he also was dealing with injuries.
He was a point guard also.
Dealing with injuries all year.
He was. But, he was a point guard. Offense ran through him, touched the ball every single possession. Ace Bailey's unbelievable. His his getting to his spot and be able to get his shot off, and even in traffic, is going to be in the NBA ridiculous because of his length. I mean, he's quick. really quick off the dribble. He's like a stretch four kind of guy. He's playing like a three at
Mhm,
Rutgers.
mhm.
Um, he's going to be maybe like a two or three in the NBA, probably a three, but
I think it's the two.
I think Ace Bailey is going to be very, very good. He is on
The
what team?
Jazz. He went to the Jazz.
The Jazz. So he's going to
I'll talk
go,
Jazz in a sec.
yeah. So we'll see about that, but I think he's going to be really good.
All right. Three more names. People are not ready. Will Riley. Will Riley from the Illini. Again, like my uncle lives, shout out Billy, lives in Champaign-Urbana area. So like I watch Illini basketball. Will Riley is not ready for the NBA. He's like a kid. Oh, I hate my shake my phone while I took that. The kid's not ready for the NBA at all. It's a joke. Asa Newell on Georgia. The guy was so good, so explosive. Not an NBA player. And then the last one, shared interest in the Tar Heels, Drake Powell. That kid ready for the NBA, Greg?
He is because he reminds me of back in the day, 2005 UNC Tar Heels
Ooh.
freshman
Ooh.
Jackie Emmanuel. He was long, lengthy, had an offense, but really, we really needed him defensively. Again, freshman, played up to his competition, never stuttered a game. I mean, obviously, like stuttered a little bit, but never really stuttered a game. Drake Powell with Hubert Davis as a coach. Obviously, Ian Jackson transferred.
Having Hubert Davis as your coach is like playing against an extra defender.
Right, exactly. Exactly. It hinders you, but
It's like playing 5-on-6 out there.
even Drake Powell started most games, and then if not, he was the six-man
Yeah, and
coach.
he would be the guy. The thing that I'll give him so much credit for is when UNC was in the dumps in games, he would be the guy that they could actually count on who would like
Yeah,
claw them out of it. So I really see it in him. I just feel like he's so raw. Like at his
he
offensive
is so
game,
raw.
he like when he dribbles sometimes, I'm like, you could use benefit like going over the like doing the dribbling drill. Like he's not completely like develop. Like it's just so clear to me, especially in the age of NIL where you can get a million, 1.5 million. Like to play for UNC, you can get over a million. Like just stay in college another year. This is my plea to kids outside. So Bailey and Powell, we can debate. But as a trend, I think it's pretty undeniable that kids are going to the NBA like a year or two too early. Stay in college for another year. College basketball's sick. You'll get laid. You'll be the big guy on campus. Like just chill for a year. All right, let's talk draft. I'm going to start with my first pick that I love. We're going to do picks I love, picks we love, missed opportunities, and then what we're intrigued by. Ready?
Yeah.
First pick I love 1A. VJ Edgecombe to Philly. I love it. I think it was such a good pick. Why do I love VJ Edgecombe there? First of all, I just think the kid as a mental, like not X's and O's, not analytics, just as a guy in Philly, that sports city with that gritty edge. I think VJ Edgecombe's personality is so well aligned to that. This guy is about that life. He's like some of these kids, they have the mentality like they're a diva, like they're an NBA wide receiver. Like they think the world revolves around them. VJ Edgecombe is like, I'm gonna make the world revolve around me by what I do. And he's gritty. I used that word twice now. Fuck me. But he's yeah, blue collar mentality, extreme talent,
He's
just
from
good
New
guard.
York, right?
He's from the Bahamas. I should know it. He's from the Bahamas, but he like lived in New York for several years. He went to school in the Bronx for
So
1 year.
he's got some grit to him.
Love him in partnership with Maxi as a guard combo. Like, oh my god, that is sexy as shit.
It is, but
All right, I'll let you go now. Respond to VJ, then what's your 1A?
responding to VJ is I completely agree with you. They're gonna have the best backcourt, I think, potentially in the NBA. Could be.
Let's go in the East. Let's start in the East.
In the East. In the East. Okay, we can do that. If Edgecombe plays to what he should be able to play to, top 10 backcourt in the East. In the East, which is like maybe in the NBA. But anyway, the problem with Philly is Embiid.
Yeah,
until he leaves, it's going to be a crap.
My boy, shout out Quattrone, my boy Philly assholes who may know him. The guy defends Embiid to a T. Like he'll get defensive with any Embiid criticism. I think it's really obvious that Embiid's holding them back.
He
And
does.
when he was on the court for USA, he was the weak link on Team USA. Yes, he had some clutch rebounds or whatever. Embiid, I agree.
Embiid. I mean, last year
Who I'd build my team around. Just not.
it came out last year that he was late to meetings, late to practices. Like he doesn't bring that culture of winning. So It's gonna.
Here's the take. You ready for the take? I'll just go out on a limb with this take. Embiid gets injured. When he does, it helps the Sixers. They go on a run. They're going to be a force. Who's your 1A?
My 1A is Dylan Harper. So he's got drafted for the Spurs. Obviously, a big physical point guard. Doesn't really play much defense, so obviously got to fix that. I mean, the NBA isn't a defense.
I think he's ready. He's ready for the NBA. He doesn't
That
play
is true.
defense.
But 19, 4-4 at Rutgers his freshman year. Was hurt a little bit in the beginning of the season, came back. Unbelievable. Like I said, big physical guard. I think Chris Paul on the Spurs was too much. He wasn't like the old Chris Paul where he's like scoring and helping Wemby out. He's like kind of trying to facilitate for Wemby, and every team's kind of double team, triple team, whatever. I think Chris Paul's gonna be a great mentor for
Yeah.
Dylan Harper,
Yes.
but
Like the opposite dynamic of what's going to happen to Caleb Love.
yeah, no, Dylan Harper's gonna get down there and make an immediate.
You know Harrison Barnes is still there? What a veteran presence. Talk about veteran presences. And then you have Fox. So the backcourt will be Fox and Harper.
All right.
Stephon Castle might be, I don't know, he might play a little bit. And then Paul off the bench.
I hate Fox.
They got Luke Cornett. I don't think Luke Cornett is anything, but they got Luke Cornett. I love it. You think Fox is Bud? They've Harrison Ingram too. Oh, go Heels. Talk to me. Why do you say that? I don't agree with that.
Who? With what?
Harrison Barnes.
No, I love
No,
that.
sorry, De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, De'Aaron Fox. I hate De'Aaron Fox, dude. He went to, he's on the Kings, got Mike Brown fired because he wasn't playing well, some bullshit. I don't
We'll
know.
get to Mike Brown and the Knicks at the end of this.
Yeah.
We'll save that.
And I might be completely wrong because I don't know the fucking NBA like that, but the ins and outs. But I feel like he's just like not a good locker room guy.
Yeah, no, that is true. And I think that's the strength of our show. Like we're talking about y'all just from like real fan. Like we're not going to be like experts who've researched it for years, who's got analytics. Like
This is just fresh
we're
takes.
fresh takes from the gut, from the cojones, from people who watch basketball and have been around the game since we were fucking 3 years old. My 1B, Walter Clayton Jr. Let's talk Jazz more. You like Ace Bailey? I like the other guy, Walter Clayton Jr. Shout out Iona College 914.
Yeah.
We saw him play against the Jaspers. That's not why I'm saying this. Walter Clayton Jr. is a guy. He has that mentality. I'm not going to say he's like X player because I feel like that player would be too good and it wouldn't even be fair to make that comparison. But he's like fucking Jordan. He has that mentality of like, I'll just do whatever it takes. He's not Jordan. I'm not saying he's obviously so far from Jordan. But he has that little thing that Jordan has in its own way. I think what the Jazz are building is one of the most interesting projects in the NBA. I feel like they could be the Thunder in 3 years. What's your 1B? Or you could respond.
I actually kind of like that. I'm going to respond to Walter first. Mindset wise, I understand what you're saying, like the MJ kind of thing, because go from Iona, you're like in the 914 nurse shell, nothing's happening there.
And dude, I love the MAC. It's one of the wackest conferences in the back. Like,
yeah,
it's so.
But I'm saying from like
a
fan standpoint, no one gives a shit about Iona basketball unless you live there, and then unless you're MAC guys. Shout out to Quinnipiac MAC guys. Obviously, he's a diehard Jasper fan, MAC guys. But no one gives a shit about Iona basketball. No one. I know people just like Mert knows people, old school people who like Iona basketball.
Jimmy Valvano.
Jimmy V, Tommy C from Avenue 78 in the Brooklyn prison. But for him to go from Iona to Florida, like even if Florida's not, Florida's been historically good at basketball, but even if you suck, like the team sucks, that atmosphere, the fan base, the SEC is just crazy. So
that he was an integral part of taking them from being one of the good teams in the mix to the literal bad.
That's what I'm saying. So he was able. So the MJ reference, I understand he was able to kind of be in his head and be able to control himself, I guess, to whatever. But like he, obviously, but no, I lost my train of thought. But he's a dog in that sense. Like he mentally Even in games, they were down like 16-14 a couple times. He comes back, or not even him, like
They were down in the second half pretty much every game.
Texas Tech. Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
Texas
yeah,
Tech.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Elite Eight, I think.
But
All right.
yeah,
So the Jazz, right? Just again, my bias, college basketball guy. So these are all just guys who were so talented and effective in college basketball that are now going to be on this Jazz team. Kyle Flip.
oh
I
fuck that guy.
hate Duke,
Fuck that
but
guy.
he has the ability. Like he's like Drew Timmy, like from the college standpoint. Drew Timmy in the sense that he just gets to a spot and makes the play.
Yeah, but Drew Timmy's in the
Intricate.
G League, and Kyle Filipowski's
Isaiah
getting
Collar.
raped by.
Isaiah Collar from USC, Keontae George from Baylor, Walter Clayton Jr., Ace Bailey, Jaden Springer, Husker Tshiebwe from Kentucky. Obviously, he was kind of ass at Kentucky, but he's got a
Is this
presence.
Philly's roster?
This is Utah.
Oh wow.
I think this is one of the most interesting teams. And they got RJ Lewis from St. John's. I think
Can I take
Utah.
a piss or no?
Yeah, let's just pause it. Just we have the ACC network on in the background. Look at the bottom right. ACC Huddle Special. Dabo Sweeney and Bill
Hey.
Belichick. Dabo? Is
Dabo.
Dabo, not Dabo?
Come
Dabo,
on,
yeah,
come on,
Dabo.
man.
All right, well, let's try it again. The idea of Dabo and Bill Belichick, could you have two more hateable people in the same space?
Yeah, but now you gotta because you bring Belichick in. I mean, we're talking NBA here, but
Yeah, just quick digression though.
you bring Belichick into the ACC, obviously UNC football. You can't be disrespectful to Dabo
Mhm.
because he has won what 3 national titles in the past 10 years or so.
Facts.
So and he's been dominant conference championships. He's been dominating the ACC. So you got to add him.
All right. So we talked Jazz. Let's move on from the Jazz. Just they're an interesting team. I don't know. I don't know if they will be the next Thunder, but I think they
It's a
could
good
be.
take. I like it.
Pick number three. Oh, you got another pick you love? Or you
Yeah, I
want my
do. I
next
do.
one? All
We
right.
have number two. My number two. So we talked about Drake Powell earlier. Is he going to be a bust or not?
You want another one?
Not. Okay, I'm good. But Drake Powell, I mean, he's going to the Hawks. The Hawks fucking suck. Trae Young is good, but there's no leadership. Team is ass.
The Hawks just feel like they're the type of team destined to be in that play-in tournament every year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they're never going to be so bad that they're out of it, but they're never going to be good enough to be a 7th seed.
Yeah.
I mean a 6th seed. Yeah.
And so basically, my takeaways from watching UNC all year, being a diehard UNC fan, just watching him as a basketball fan. He's long, fast, obviously young, came out as a freshman, which goes back to should have stayed. Freshmen are coming out too early. Offensively, he gets to his spots. He does hit a lot of shots, and he can hit threes. He gets to his spots. He's long. Doesn't really
I can
have.
see the threes opening up with Trae. Like, I think there's so much attention that's denying Trae Young that he'll be like open at the spot and he'll knock those down.
I think that
100%.
being with Trae Young and for how tall he is, really, he's going to be playing down low a lot more,
Okay.
and he's going to be completely masked. That's why I'm saying, like, offensively, he's good, but in the NBA, like, he didn't do this at UNC. He's young. That's why he needs to stay in college. But he doesn't have an offensive game where he's going to be dominant, I feel. But I'm excited to see how he fits in with a potentially young-ish roster. I think ATL is terrible.
My next pick that I love, Chase Richardson to the Magic. Chase Richardson, another freshman that I actually do think is ready for the NBA. He's got that little like the quick step pull up or the drive and dish. That little combo of it could be either thing every time at all moments. Defenders have to give him a step, and he makes them pay. The Spartans. So I always thought this year that the Spartans were like a bit overrated, and then they just kept winning, and they just kept proving me wrong. And Jace Richardson was a huge reason why. So I think him and Paolo, the Magic. I think the Magic are going to be. This is not a hot take. I think this is almost conventional wisdom. The Magic are going to be one of the more competitive teams in the East this year. And yeah, I think Jason Richardson's going to make an impact. He'll be like part of the mix right away, game one.
I could be down with that. I think that Paolo and the Magic aren't going to do anything until maybe 2 or 3 years from now. I think Paolo's unbelievable. Literally, he's my favorite player in the NBA. Straight up.
OD High School.
He's
Shout out Seattle.
unbelievable. But he is not going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals even until 2 or 3 years. And I think Jace Richardson's going to be a sick companion to his squad. I'm upset that Cole Anthony left. He's on the Bucks now. Cole Anthony was a good second fiddle to Jalen Suggs. Obviously, Jalen Suggs was hurt last year, and Wagner,
Franz Wagner.
yeah,
Franz Wagner. Jalen
his
Suggs.
other brother.
Oh, Ben. Oh, it's Moritz Wagner?
Yeah,
I always
the
get them
good, the
confused.
good,
I
the
forget which
really
Wagner's
good guy.
which, to be
His
honest.
little brother. They're good, but they're not going to do anything for 2 or 3 years.
All right, so they just traded like hella picks for Bane, for Desmond Bane for the
Oh,
Grizzlies.
right.
First of all, I think the Grizzlies kind of fleeced them. Thing number one. Thing number two, I have always been kind of a Bane hater, but I think he's kind of perfect. If he just stays in his role and he doesn't try to like be the guy, and I don't think he will, I feel like that's an incredible addition. And they could, yeah, they might do better than you're saying they will. I feel like they could accelerate that timeline you're talking about. Because the East is what I mean, who's good? The East. We said the other teams that could go in the East. You could see so many flaws with all of them. Like it's kind of a wide open.
The East, it is wide open.
Like, the Knicks should. This should be the next year.
But it
this
should
should be the next year. That's another episode we'll talk next.
Should be the Knicks.
This should literally be the next year. Another time. All right. So now I want to talk missed out. Do you got any more draft picks you like? One more you like before we move on to missed opportunities?
One more. Another one. Nope. Just kidding.
Missed opportunities. So now I'm going to be biased because I'm a Creighton Blue Jays fan. So I loved Ryan Kalkbrenner, and I think the Celtics should have taken him. They just got lost Kristaps. Al Horford's on his way out.
Drew
They
Holiday.
lost Luke Cornett. I'm talking big guys, but they also lost Drew. I mean, there are a lot of bodies leaving. So you need young guys that could contribute right away. And I think Kalk would have been that guy. I think Ryan Kalkbrenner would have been perfect for the Celtics. Him and Dale Shireman obviously played together in college. It's me being sentimental about shit. So maybe that's a terrible take. But I just feel like his ability to defend the rim, his high IQ ball, he keeps it moving. He would kick out for the three. He can hit threes himself. I hate the Celtics' insistence on shooting threes every fucking possession. But Kalk would kind of work with that. I think the Celtics missed that opportunity huge. You want to talk Kalk, or do you have any picks that you feel like should have been made? Then I got another couple.
Picks being made.
You always said Kalk was soft, so I'm glad you're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
I mean he's not going to be too hot.
I'm gonna be watching Charlotte this year, that's for sure. Can I just ask you real quick? Con Kneppel was Charlotte's.
Oh yeah,
you think he's gonna be a good NBA player?
I think he's gonna be great.
Because I watched a lot of Duke rooting against him. I kind of thought he was better than Cooper Flag, like a lot of games.
Yeah,
a lot of games. Con Kneppel was more impressive.
He's great. He's a great shot, but also can score inside the 3-point line.
Play like Queen. We'll talk Queen in a second. He plays like a big guy. Like he literally plays like a muscular
he's
I'm that guy.
Yeah, he's a stocky guy. He's gonna be good. I think again though he's gonna go to Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte with Kalk.
So you got LaMelo and just it's a disaster of an organization.
Let's talk Knicks. My mispick in their second round, sitting on the board, was Mark Sears. To me, that is the perfect player as a substitution for Brunson when he's in foul trouble, when he's hurt, when he's tired, when it's the beginning of the third quarter or the end of the second quarter, whatever the fuck you want to get him rest. End of the first quarter, that's more realistic, right? Because the end of the first quarter, beginning of second quarter, you have a long rest. So that's like a 7 minutes chunk of actual time that could be like 2 minutes of basketball.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Mark Sears would be the perfect person to fill in for that Jalen Brunson role. I'm gonna shut up in 1 second. I get that they want to maybe let Tyler Kolek have that role, and I would like to hear your thoughts on Kolek in a second. But to me, I feel like Sears just does that better. He does it I feel like he'd just be more like in sync with Brunson's mindset. I feel like he would be he'd be right for the city. I don't understand why the Knicks did not pick Mark Sears.
I think that Mark Sears is very identical to Jalen Brunson. Obviously plays on a big stage, SEC, crazy competition. Tyler Kolek is coming from Marquette, different competition. I understand that. But being a year behind Jalen Brunson and not really playing in the G League with the Westchester Knicks,
Yeah.
he understands the system better. And honestly, because I was saying during college, I'm like, yo, Sears,
Mark Sayers, yeah.
he literally looks like Jalen Brunson,
And he does
and
the same like hips thing where
he
he's like
plays
in and out. Like it's
just
very
like
similar.
body control wise, plays just like Jalen Brunson. But when you put on the Tyler Kolek tape, he plays like exactly like Jalen Brunson.
Okay. So you're cool giving him that chance.
I'm excited. I mean, so that's why I'm excited for Mike Brown, because we get to see our bench players more than
We said episode 1. I said to you, Tibbs does not play the bench enough. And now hopefully we'll get to Mike Brown at the end of this episode.
right.
One more missed opportunity. All right. And this Washington Heights, my bias here, Kobe Brea. Shout out the Heights. Kobe Brea was initially drafted by the Golden State Warriors, a team that he was built in a laboratory to suit perfectly to a T. Then there was some trade. You know how the NBA draft is. Like half the picks aren't actually like going to that team. So he went to the Suns. Lame. He'll do nothing. He'll wither away. He will be irrelevant. You watching might never even learn about who Kobe Brea is. And that breaks my fucking heart. Because if he went to the Warriors, he could have been the next Steph. How much you know about Kobe Brea?
I don't know anything about him.
Dude,
He's from
at some
Washington
point,
Heights?
keep him out. Yeah, he's like a light skinned Dominican, half Dominican, maybe he's full Dominican or half Dominican, half black, something like that. But he's from the Heights. He played at a court right where I used to work by 151st in Amsterdam. And he was on Kentucky this year. So he's on Dayton Flyers forever. Transferred to, was it Dayton? Yeah, it was Dayton. Now I'm like doubting myself. I'm pretty positive it was Dayton. Yes, it was Dayton. And then he played last year at Kentucky under Pope, that the former BYU coach who had like run and gun like Warriors-esque operation. And it just felt like him, like he was drafted by the Warriors in the media. I'm like, perfect. This is it. It was like, who did the fucking Steelers, Jack Sawyer from Ohio State, when the Steelers got Sawyer, and I'm like, yo, that's perfect. He was built in the lab to be a Steeler. The same way Kobe Brea was built in the lab to be a Warrior. Huge missed opportunity. So call to the Celtics, Sears
I love that.
to the Knicks, and Kobe Brea to the Warriors. Missed opportunities. All right. Now what we're intrigued by. We'll end it on these three, and then we'll talk free agency, Mike Brown. We'll call it a show. All right. Intrigue. Number 1. Putting down the phone with style to say, Derek Queen to New Orleans. Let's go. It's going to be so fun. Let's go as just a sports fan who's going to be able to watch that 82 times next year. And so will you. Watch Pelicans games, people. Derek Queen is a vibe. He's the type of person who would be smoking a blunt on the court and then fucking go in there and score. He's like DJ Burns, but like much better at basketball. So, like,
leagues better at basketball.
Him and Zion are on the same team.
Yeah, but Zion never plays. So Derek Queen's gonna be fired. He's gonna be unbelievable. It's gonna be one of those things though, just like Knuppel and Kneppel, whatever the fuck his name is, in Charlotte. I mean, I love LaMelo Ball. Love him. I think he's unbelievable. Terrible leader. He should be the leader of the team. Terrible leader. Zion should be, and Brandon Ingram, where is he at now? Whatever. New Orleans should have a clear-cut leader. They don't. So Derek Queen, right?
Derek Queen. McQueen sounds sick.
McQueen.
Derek McQueen sounds like a vibe.
He's going to go in there, have a very, very good rookie year. The team is going to be terrible. Yeah. But he's going to be the one to transform that entire organization. He's the one, not Zion. He is going to be the one. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's just intriguing. I don't know how he'll do. I can kind of see him busting too, but
no, he's not going to bust.
Okay, cool.
He's going to be unbelievable.
Okay, love it. I mean, I don't know how much Maryland basketball y'all out there watch this year, but Queen is a guy.
Unbelievable.
I'll just say quick off topic. Ken Willard, the coach from Maryland who just went to Nova, overrated as shit. I think he's going to fail at Nova.
Also,
he's going to fail at Nova.
Crazy, the BYU coach went to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Then this year, they get AJ DeBasania, whatever the fuck's name is. Obviously, they paid him like $10 million, but he goes to BYU, #1 recruit. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Wow. All right.
The #1 recruit 5-star quarterback goes to fucking BYU. How much are these Mormons paying these guys anyway?
Well, yeah, they have crazy NIL money though, because there are a lot of rich Mormons, and it's only two sports there. Like with some other schools, there are other sports there.
But still, why are you going to BYU?
Yeah, I'm out. I wouldn't go to BYU. If you're a 17-year-old athlete with the opportunity to go to a variety of colleges,
And
don't
talk
choose
and talk to
BYU.
women.
You saw what happened to Getzlaff. Like he's
Yeah.
got to transfer out because he fucked.
And not just talk to him, like be a regular man with women.
Yeah, don't go to BYU. Let's talk Brooklyn Nets because
Oh,
I think they're just real quick. I know you have a Nets take that I'm excited to hear. I'm very intrigued by their draft because they just went the international route / Danny Wolf. They got that French guy, his name I'm blanking, it's either Diallo or Ballo or something, but I looked up they got three guys in the first round. Diallo or Ballo, sorry, I'm blanking on his name, the Israeli guy, and Danny Wolf. I didn't look at the Israeli guy's highlights. I meant to, didn't get around to it. But I know Danny Wolf well. He could be incredible. So we'll talk about that in a second. And then the French dude looked at his highlights and Scoochie's a baller. I don't know if he's going to be. I never know how these European guys are going to translate to the NBA. Never know. He is a fucking baller. He's not that tall, which I do think could be the issue, but just like pure ability wise, like Steve Francis-esque quickness, passing, all like the whole guard package.
okay.
So the Nets, so now I'm talking as a gambler, and then I'll pass it to you for your Nets take. The Nets could be so intriguing because they could be that fun team that always competes, or they could be so the team that you fade every week. Like the Nets could be that team, like, oh, Nets Pistons, send it on the Pistons. Nets Pacers, send it on the Pacers. They will cover. Like the Nets could very well be that team. So I'm just intrigued by the Nets draft. I think they could actually be really exciting and interesting, and I think they could suck balls. What are your thoughts?
One is I think that NBA betting is really, really difficult. Load management, just like weird. I don't know. The NBA
I mean,
betting.
how many times have you dude, this team X will beat team Y. What player blank isn't playing? No, and now
Yeah,
my
all
bet
the
looks
time.
stupid as shit because I didn't know this guy wasn't playing.
Right. So NBA betting's hard. What was the second thing?
The Nets.
Oh, the Nets. Um, what's his name? Wolf.
Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf is really good, unbelievable. At
Who did you
Yale,
say? Who was the player you said?
So let me get to it. Unbelievable player at Yale. Okay, I actually saw him play at Yale. He played against Quinnipiac. Yale fucking murdered us because Quinnipiac is
And
not.
then they beat Auburn in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
I saw Danny Wolf play in a holiday tournament at MSG against Calipari in Arkansas. That was a close game. Didn't score as many points. And I bet on them a lot this year. So I was watching a lot of Michigan games. He was a factor in every single game, but there was some major games where he needs to show up. He showed up rebounds wise, he showed up assists wise, he showed up kind of defensively. He did not show up offensively. So he'd have like whatever, like 8, 7, and then like 7 points, which is a sick stat line if you think about it. But he needs, especially when he's like the it guy on the team, close to 15, if not more, every single night. So I don't think he's going to be that good in the NBA, to be honest with you. And then I think that overall, the Brooklyn Nets organization is similar to like the Cleveland Browns. You just go to die. You're not going to be good. So I feel bad for him, but he is a good player. He needs to score more.
Oh, I don't feel bad for him. That kid's gonna be loaded his whole life.
I don't feel bad for him like that, but I feel bad for him.
And you just know he's got
of
like a hell of a Golden
profession.
Sachs career after the NBA.
Yeah, but his profession wise,
All right, so the Nets roster. They got Michael Porter Jr. from the Nuggets.
who?
Wait, Drake Powell was on the Nets, dude.
Wait.
What? I thought he was. I guess he was drafted by the Hawks.
Michael Porter Jr.?
Yes, they the Nuggets definitely traded him.
Look it up.
I'm on the NBA like official team site Nets roster right now. The Nuggets definitely traded
He's on
Michael
the
Porter
Nets?
Jr. I did not realize Drake Powell
He's
was on
gonna
the Nets.
die on the Nets.
Okay,
And
so
Drake
the
Powell's
Nets.
gonna die on the Nets. They're gonna die. They're all
Danny Wolf. Jalen Wilson has been just like a bench guy. He's going to start playing for real this year. Cam Thomas will play. Claxton is solid. Drew Timmy could get NBA minutes. Him and Wolf being on the same team is weird to me. Yeah, they got that Israeli
no,
guy,
because
so.
Timmy's like a real big guy. He doesn't have
Yeah, he
moves.
doesn't
Well,
play. Yeah, true. I don't know. Nets are going to be an interesting team. So,
yeah,
one more I'm intrigued by. Nets are just interesting. All right,
yeah,
moving
yeah.
on. But I agree. Organizationally, absolutely fucked. Who is a Chinese guy?
I don't
Comes
know.
up?
But Jay-Z is a part of it, so whatever Jay-Z is a part of will come.
Yeah, shout out Hope.
Sorry. Shout
Poor
out to Hove. Fuck the Illuminati.
Chaz Lanier to the Detroit Pistons. So Chaz Lanier, I did watch a lot of Tennessee
Shout out to
ball.
Chucky.
The Chaz Lanier has that it factor of like he's not that smooth. He's not that tall. He's like 6'6". I mean, he's not short. He's not that fast. He's not that big. But he just has that little it, almost like an Anthony Edwards-esque it factor. And I think that the Pistons have the perfect team chemistry. Like the Pistons almost are like a college basketball team in the sense that they play like they're playing for each other. Like they play. Oh, you good?
Yeah.
They play defense. They hustle for the loose balls. Like the Knicks are so much better than the Pistons, but the Pistons almost won that series, like solely based on. I mean, part of it is coaching. We'll get to that in a second, but also just like an it factor. And I just feel like Chaz Lanier and Cade Cunningham in that backcourt are about to be ridiculously interesting. But also Chaz Lanier is another guy that I looked at in school, and I'm like, is he going to be an NBA player? I can't quite tell. So yeah, here I put in the category of intrigued.
But again, that's another organization that's just like a
That
disaster.
is.
So,
Shout out the Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince team.
especially now, you have what's his name, Beasley, Beasley,
Yeah.
who was unbelievable against the Knicks in the playoffs. Unbelievable against whoever he played in the first round. Now he's being investigated by the FBI.
Have you dived into that? So we'll talk Knicks coaching in 1 second. We'll end on that. But have you like looked into the gambling scandal? Because I actually don't know that much
Yeah.
about it. So what's good with
It
it?
was like a player props,
On
which is
himself.
very. Yeah. And then they got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr.
But was he the one on like the individual shots, like the individual free throws?
No,
I don't know.
like points or whatever.
Okay,
Like, he'd
okay.
have 15 instead of 18. Stupid shit like that.
So will he ever play in the NBA again?
No, I think he's done. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., not that good, but a very good role player on the Pistons. Veteran presence, he's gone.
Yeah, I would have kept him.
Yeah, I would have kept him for veteran presence wise. And then Dennis Schroeder, also veteran presence wise, was very good against the Knicks in the playoffs. Scrappy, aggressive. He's gone. So I think the Pistons honestly are imploding. And I'm happy to see it.
Oh, you had another team that was imploding.
Yeah, they're imploding. Pacers kind of imploded, getting rid of Miles Turner. I feel like personally. The Bucks, they're not.
So can we just roll on that for a second? If you're the Pacers, why are you not selling out to keep Turner there?
Right. And
Because in the end,
he's the
like
longest.
structure that you can pay guys if signing is beneficial to the player because you can there's like a higher ceiling of payment. Why are they not selling out to keep him there?
Because they have to pay Halliburton eventually. But it was fucked because Miles Turner was the first one there. He was there through all the bullshit.
Dead ass.
So yeah, that's
Also, if you're Miles Turner, do you really want to go to Milwaukee? Like
No.
when I saw that contract, my first thought is, why is he doing that?
But that's why I said, shout out to Jen, my boy Jen, our boy Jen. I texted him during the playoffs and I was like, watch, if they keep making this run, the Pistons kind of, and then if the Pacers keep making this run, something's gonna happen. And no matter like what, if your team is good in the NFL, you see the fucking Eagles,
Yeah.
they got rid of half their team after the Super Bowl, basically. And if you're on a good ass team, these guys come knocking at your door with a bag that you cannot say no to. So no, does he want to go to the fucking Bucks? No. But does he want to get paid $200 million? Yeah. So that's why he went.
All right, you want to talk next coaching, wrap it up?
Next coach.
So on the this show will never get political, I promise you. But during the mayor debate, there was the last question they asked is, do you agree with firing Tibbs? And every single candidate put thumbs down except Michael Blake. Shout out Michael Blake said, yes, we're here to, and because he was the only one who went against everyone else, he got to talk, which is a smart move. And he said, we're here to win championships, not to be competitive. And I think that epitomizes why I supported firing Tibbs. However, I supported firing Tibbs under the understanding that they had someone ready to go. I thought it was going to be Malone. Shocked it wasn't. The fact that it was such a prolonged search makes me feel very uneasy about Brown.
Yeah.
As the Knicks fan here, your thoughts?
I agree with Mert. I mean, I hate to see Tibbs go because he brought the Knicks back to like the '90s Knicks, like where New York. Yeah, we live in this great
And let's put
city.
it this way: of every sport, the Yankees, the Giants, the Jets, the Rangers, and the Rangers get the city's back. No team got the city's hype and universal excitement like the Knicks did this year.
Yeah.
In fact,
And
this year I would order, yeah, the last 2 years have been the most hype I've ever seen this city for any team.
Yeah.
Other than when the Giants won the Super Bowl. Giants winning the Super Bowl is different.
But that was a shot out of a cannon.
And that's winning the Super Bowl.
But we
the
were like
Knicks
the
didn't
eighth
win the Super Bowl, and they still got everybody, I work at a school. Miss Salazar never gave a shit about sports. Is like dressed head to toe in like orange and blue. You know what I
The
mean?
difference with that though is that the New York Giants, like during that run, obviously I don't know the number of the seed, but they were like terrible. We were expecting them like the first time around to lose to the Falcons.
On the first round.
Right.
Not right.
Right.
Natty Ice.
And then like it was all like kind of like a Cinderella story. With the Knicks, it's like, wow, we're good. Like we now we need to win. And so it's like it's a way different vibe. And when we're not winning and not like I don't know, Tibbs brought us back. I'm excited to see what Mike Brown has. I think he's gonna play all of our players who are very good. That's why they're all on the New York Knicks.
And like you talked about Fox getting Brown fired before, and I don't know if it was Fox unilaterally, but him and maybe some of the other dramatic personalities, like they were wrong to do that. Like Brown did a very good job with the Kings. Like we don't shout out Hobner. So because of Hobner, I honestly paid more attention to the Kings than I would have paid attention to the Kings. And Brown did a good job with that. Like he took a okay, like is Sabonis that good?
Yeah,
like,
but
he's all right. And he was able to get the most out of those guys, and in a competitive ass Western Conference. So clear, and I don't know, when you have LeBron like Brown before that, like you hit LeBron, so it's kind of weird it's hard to really talk about a team that has LeBron. So it's like LeBron's the coach, right? Like as a coach, you're literally just there to like facilitate LeBron rather than X's and O. Like so it's honestly hard to assess a coach, and because that's like a different thing than it is to coach a team like the Knicks. I would say though, as a non-Knicks fan outsider, Mike Brown is a okay to good hire. It's not a great hire.
I agree.
It's not a hire where it's like, oh, now the Knicks are the team to beat in the
now
East.
We're gonna win.
And this should be the year that the Knicks are the team to beat in the East. So I honestly think that I don't know. I'm almost slightly disappointed that that's the hire because I think the Knicks should be getting someone like Malone or I wanted Jay Wright.
Mark Jackson.
Yeah, but Mark Jackson, I mean, there was like headlines that came out of Mark Jackson's time that like he was not necessarily a good coach. I always loved Mark Jackson, the player and the commentator.
Yeah.
But like people who were more plugged in than myself and us like said that he was actually a really shit coach.
Yeah, that's fair. But still, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. Mike Brown's gonna play the entire team. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see
more precious minutes, more like
everybody. Not just
who are those specific guys that we were more.
So it was gonna be
we talked about
starting five, but the ones who always play kind of is gonna be or what Tibbs was Precious and was Deuce. Now we get to see everybody else. We get to see the French kid. He's like 19 years old. Kolick, who's unbelievable. Who else? Doesn't even matter who else. We get to see the whole team, which I'm excited for. Give these guys a breather. I mean, they play every single second of every single game. So it's not surprising when you get to the playoffs and these guys are gassed, like physically, mentally, everything. It's just like you
It's like
can't
in
play
the
these
age of
guys.
load management, it did feel
Right.
like Tibbs was like really behind the curve on that one. Like,
Really bad. And it makes you question, like, did Derrick Rose get hurt because of that? Because he was playing too much? And but it was a different era at the time, different kind of NBA. So it's hard to tell, but
any final New York Knicks thought before we end this episode, or free agency in general thoughts? We we didn't really talk free agency.
yeah. Not really. I mean, I think the NBA is going to stay put. Like I said, I think the Thunder is the team to beat. I think the Knicks should be the team to beat in the East. Truthfully, I don't think that they're going to make it past the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't even think they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's going to be the same thing as it was this year. In the West, like I said, I think it's going to be the Thunder. The only team that could really compete, I think, is going to be, I don't even know, man.
I think Houston will compete.
I think yeah, Houston maybe. The West is kind of weak, honestly. I think
I think the T Wolves will compete as well.
the T Wolves, yeah. I
I
don't-
don't know. It's open.
The
That's what
NBA, man.
we
Yeah,
started the episode
yeah.
like. And next, so episode 3 is going to be NFL. We're going to talk NFL draft. We're going to talk NFL
Get
offseason.
ready.
So should we just end our NBA episode 2 here by making a finals prediction? And I can go first
Yeah,
if you want to
you
say
go
anything
first.
about it. Just to go against the Thunder, I'm going to go Rockets Knicks. Rockets Knicks finals. Let's bring it back to was that 98, 99, whatever that was. Rockets Knicks is my finals for yourself.
All right, mine is going to be, and this is going to be stupid, but for topic of discussion, I'm going to choose the Mavs,
I came out of left field.
and in the East, I am going to choose the. Oh no, excuse me, not the Mavs. The Spurs.
Okay. I like that one.
And then in the East, it's going to be, you know what? I'm going to go Magic.
Spurs Magic, Rocket Knicks. I actually love your phone. Thanks. Though. Did not agree with the Mavs. Do like the Spurs. Next episode, we're going to talk NFL draft. We're going to vent about the stupid Cleveland Browns, who, hilariously enough, Shadur might be the starter anyway, which is like, told you,
Yeah.
told you.
Yep.
But that'll be next episode. Peace. Have a good one. PVRs for the
Hey,
boys.
don't.
Battle.